everybody? This is the Magic Man, the tennis preacher, the prophet, and y'all know the psychic, coming back at you again with another video. Okay, people, I haven't done a video in like 2.5 months. I think that's the longest I've gone without doing a video. I haven't even been watching tennis that much. I've been hearing some things here and there. I dip and read some articles here and there, watch some highlights. But let me just start from where the last really major match that I saw was when Tsitsipas won the ATP finale. All right, he beat Zverev in the ATP finale. So after Tsitsipas won, everybody has been talking, like, people been saying all kind of stuff, saying the new generation is taking over. Magic Man, the new generation is taking over. Do you think they're going to take over? And so this video is going to be about that, and about an article that I read it was an interview that Federer's coach Ljubicic did, where he answered the question, will the new generation take over in 2020? We got the Australian Open, is less than a month away. So what do I think about that? Do I agree with what Ljubicic said? Okay, Ljubicic, he said that the big three, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, gonna still dominate in 2020. Ljubicic is saying the new generation of players or everybody else is not even close to taking over, really. That's sort of what the article said, and he gave some good reasons why. So I'm going to go over that and tell y'all if I agree with Ljubicic, and then I'm going to give y'all my own reasons why I actually agree with him. Okay, so somebody would say, well, Magic Man, so you agree with Ljubicic that the new generation hasn't taken over yet, and they're not even close to taking over. Okay. And somebody probably said, well, Magic Man, what are you talking about? Tsitsipas just won the ATP finale. Isn't that taking over? No, that ain't taking over. They haven't even won a major yet, people. People, listen. Everybody's saying, Magic Man, the new generation taking over. The young bucks are taking over. They haven't even won a major. Ljubicic brought that point up. They need to win one major first. Yeah, the ATP finale is a huge tournament. That's almost like a major. But still, none of the new generation of players, they haven't won a major. Okay? Team, he was in the finals of the French Open the last 2 years, but he still got booty whooped by Nadal. And Medvedev, he had Nadal in that fifth set, but he couldn't quite do it. Okay? So they haven't even won one major yet. So if somebody's saying they taking over, they're not taking over yet. Okay? So I think most people will agree, okay, Magic Man, we get you. They haven't taken over yet. They haven't even won a major yet. But Magic Man, it looked like 2020 could be the year of the new generation of players taking over. Okay, first of all, people, let's get something straight. Before they take over, they need to, first of all, just stop the dominance first. And let me explain to y'all what I mean by that. Because somebody may be asking the question like, well, Magic Man, what will you call taking over? In other words, let's say Tsitsipas wins the Australian Open, and everybody gonna jump into the comment section. Magic Man, you and Ljubicic was wrong. Y'all said the new generation was not gonna take over. Okay, and let's say Tsitsipas wins the Australian Open. So everybody jump in the comment section. Magic Man, you was wrong. The new generation has taken over. But then Nadal wins the French Open. Federer wins the Wimbledon. Djokovic wins the US Open. So I just show you. So somebody may be asking, how many majors will the new generational players have to win in 2020 for us to say they have taken over? Okay, here's my number. They will have to win at least 2. See, because people, even if they won 2, that would be like, that won't even be taking over. That would be like stopping the dominance. Like if they won 2 and Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic won the other 2, that would be like, okay, they have stopped the dominance of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, but they haven't totally taken over. Taking over would be they winning all 3 or 4 or 4-4. All right. Now, let's get to the Lubicic, what Lubicic said. Okay, Lubicic basically said, the 2020, he was pretty direct. He said he said the big 3, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, gonna still be doing pretty well. They're same thing. They're gonna pretty well still dominate. And let me tell you some reasons he gave. He actually gave some really good common sense reasons. He said the first reason is this here. He said because there's 3 of them. See, people, if there was only a Federer, and let's say Djokovic and Nadal didn't exist, it would be easy for one guy to go down. Say Federer has a bad year, then just by Federer having a bad year, then the other guys will automatically win majors, even if they split the majors. Maybe Team wins 1. Maybe Tsitsipas wins 1. Maybe Medvedev wins 1. Okay, but the problem is there is 3, and like Lubicic said, the chances of all 3 of them playing bad for the whole year is probably not going to happen. Because people see the problem. See, 3 is a problem because, see, if Federer play bad, then Nadal wins the major. If Nadal and Federer play bad, Djokovic wins the major. If Djokovic and Nadal play bad, Federer wins the major. They've been doing that tag team action for the last 12 years, 10, 8, however many years. So that's one reason that there's 3 guys. It's 3 guys you got to hope go down. And like I said, the chances of them going down at the same time is slim and none. Okay. Now, let me just try to think of some other things Lubicic said before I get to my reasons why I think the big 3 is still going to be dominant somewhat. Like, when I say somewhat, meaning they're going to probably still win 3 of the 4 majors. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think what Lubicic said. Now, another thing Lubicic said, that this is important, people, and I may do a separate video on this, because this got to do... It got to do sort of with levels, too. Lubicic said he don't see how in the world any of the new generation of players will top the level of these guys, like, for the whole year. Well, I guess you could have, like, well, actually, I could disagree with what Lubicic said there, because Tsitsipas doesn't need to hold the level for the whole year. For example, if Tsitsipas won the Australian Open, he doesn't need to hold the level win the French Open. Maybe Team win the French Open. So all the new generation of guys, if they did take over, they could take over without one guy having to hold the whole level for the year. So if that's what Lubicic meant there, I sort of disagree with that right there. Okay, now let me see if there's anything else Lubicic said before I tell y'all the reasons I got. Yeah, now here's something else Lubicic said that I agree with. He said that the big 3, another reason why they're going to stay dominant, I really agree with this, that they want to stay dominant. See, it ain't like Federer's ready to retire, and Djokovic is ready to retire, and Nadal's ready to retire. No, they still want to win majors. They still got the desire. They still got the fight. They still want to play tennis, so they not laying down. They probably got, and then Lubicic also said this. This is debatable, but I would agree with him. He said that Federer's desire, Djokovic's desire, and Nadal's desire and motivation is greater than the new generational desire. I will agree with that. I don't know. I think I will agree that Federer probably want to win a major worse than Team. Now that's debatable, but I would say that. I think Nadal probably still, I mean, if you look at the way they play, I mean, when they win majors, and when you look at Federer and those guys, and another thing is, I'm finna ask something. Lubicic did say this right here. Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic are still expected to win majors. Okay? Now, I know the new generation of people are expected to win. We've given them an expectation that they haven't lived up to. But Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, they expected to win majors. Okay? I mean, in other words, they expecting themselves to win majors. Y'all get what I just said? It ain't just that we expecting them to win majors. Federer is expecting himself to win a major. Djokovic is expecting himself to win a major or majors. Nadal is expecting himself to win majors. Okay, so those are pretty well the Lubitschek reasons, and he could have gave some more, but I want to get on to my reasons now. And I probably should do some of these in another video, because this is it's sort of deep stuff, but I'm going to try to do it in this video. Okay, people, here's a main reason why I think the big three, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, is going to continue to dominate in 2020. And when I say dominate, still win 3 of the 4 majors, okay? So even if one of the new generation of guys win 1, that ain't dominating. Just because 1 out of 7 new generation of guys or 8 generation of guys win 1, that ain't dominating. So here's my main reason why, people. It got to do with levels, okay? Now, Lubitschek did mention something about, like I said before, he said that he don't think that any of the new generation of guys could play at such a high level for the whole year. But I just told y'all, one new generation of player doesn't need to play a high level for the whole year. But I want to tell y'all, I want to talk to y'all about levels here, okay, people? The reason why I would almost bet money that Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic would still dominate, at least for 2020, is because, people, none of the new generation of players have what we call the super level. Now, you may say, Magic Man, see, people, I should do this in a separate video, and I may come back and do a part 2 if I can't finish this video, because I didn't want this video to go too long. People, I've done some videos on what we call the super level. You may say, Magic Man, what is the super level? Well, you guys may call it something else. What we call the super level is what the Big 5 had and have. Okay, well, at least the big 3 still got it. I know Andy Murray and Wawrinka, well, they got injured, and Wawrinka hasn't quite got back his super level. But it's the level stuff that they can go to another level, that high level stuff. Federer, of course, he was the first one of them to do it. Actually, Pete Sampras started the super level stuff. You go level 7, level 8, level 9, and you just go over everybody's head. The way Pete Sampras used to do Agassi, like when Sampras and Agassi first started, they was equal. But if you go back and watch the Wimbledon 1999, where Sampras said that's the best he ever played, he like went over Agassi's head. Both of them at level 7. Sampras went level 8, level 9, level 10. That's wax Agassi off the court. Sampras said that's the best he ever played. So Sampras, he started at level, going to another level stuff. Okay, now, and then Federer came along. And Federer, see what people don't understand. What made Federer so amazing? People take this for granted now. People, have y'all heard Nadal fans talk about the weak era stuff? But they don't understand. Federer was, actually, he was a little less than the era. Then he got sort of equal with the era. But what Federer did, he made it look like a weak era because he went over the era's head. He went to another level, the super level. Okay? And then Nadal, by 2008, by the Australian Open, Nadal was in a super level, okay? Somebody could argue where he could have been sort of in the super level when he beat Federer in the 2008 Wimbledon. But definitely in 2009, well, the way he beat Federer in the 2009 Australian Open, Nadal entered the super level, okay? And then, now somebody think Djokovic entered the super level in 2010, but I think Djokovic entered the real super level, 2011, what we call the beginning of the Djokovic era, okay? And then, now I forgot somebody though before. Actually, Andy Murray, I could argue that Andy Murray was already in this, even though Djokovic's level went higher than Andy Murray's level. Andy Murray was already in the super level before Djokovic was in there. Okay. And then after Djokovic, Wawrinka got in the super level and beat Nadal in the Australian Open and won 2 more majors, a total of 3, because they could go to that super level. People, listen, the reason why Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic got so many majors, it's not because of their skill, people. It's because of the level stuff. If we took away Federer's high level, the ability to go to the high level, Federer would not have that many majors, Nadal wouldn't, or Djokovic. It's their ability to go to the high level. Now you might say, okay, Magic Man, we understand what super level means. What does this have to do with the new generation of players not being able to dominate in 2020 or dominate Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, period, at least on a consistent, well, even begin to dominate them? People, it's because none of the new generation of players has reached the super level. Now, I will say this here, people, and if I do a separate video, I will explain this. People, I will say this, Medvedev, I think he entered the super level during the run he had. Before the U.S. Open and during the U.S. Open, and a little after the U.S. Open, Medvedev, I will say this here, Medvedev entered the super level. And the reason I knew he entered the super level, because he was toying with all those other new generation of players. Y'all remember Medvedev? He was toying with Team and even Tsitsipas. That pissed Tsitsipas off. Tsitsipas was like, man, where did Medvedev get this level from? People, listen, I'm serious. People, actually, during October, I think I did a video. I said it's Djokovic, Nadal, Federer. Then I had Medvedev separate, and then everybody else. So everybody else, Medvedev, I sort of put him in between Nadal, in between the new generation and the big 3. Basically, what I was saying was I separated because I saw Medvedev had tapped into the super level. Now, he didn't take it to the highest super level, but he tapped into something special. And I was still, if somebody asked me, who do I think will win a major out of the new generational players, I would pick Medvedev because of that reason. He can go up into the super level. Yes, his style looks different, but he can get up there. Okay. All right. So that's one reason. That's a major reason why. And people, here's another thing. The same way Federer had to reach Pete Sampras level and then top Pete Sampras level, okay, the new generation of players, first of all, they got to reach the super level of today, and then they got to create a super level that's higher than this super level. People, I'm like, Lubitschek, that's almost impossible. Okay, in other words, let me explain to you what I mean by that. Okay, imagine the way Djokovic went to that super level and beat Nadal in the Australian Open. Just crushed Nadal. Some people said, the Djokovic said that's the best he ever played. Nadal fans even admitted they felt sorry that Nadal got crushed like that. Okay, can you imagine if Tsitsipas reached that level and then created a Tsitsipas super level that is higher than the Djokovic God mode that we saw in the Australian Open? Okay? All right? So that's another reason why. That these players, I don't think they can create a super level that's higher than these guys' super level. At least not in the next year or so. Okay, people? And okay, now here's another reason right here. Now this is really now here's another reason why I agree with Lubitschek once again. Now this is my own argument why I think it's going to be very difficult for the new generation of players to take over. I mean, they may win a big title here and there, but people, here's another reason, okay, is that the new generation of players, now this is what we saw even last year in the last few years. They need Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic to play bad or to not necessarily play bad. They need Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer to not play at their super level or high level for them to win. Now somebody gonna say, I know what somebody gonna say, and I know the person that say this, they don't understand levels though. Somebody gonna get in the comment section and say, no, Magic Man, I've seen Tsitsipas beat Federer, and Federer was playing very well. Yeah, maybe he was playing okay, but it was probably something wrong. Federer wasn't on his top level. Listen, trust me. If you think Tsitsipas beat Federer at his best, you probably don't know Federer's best. If you think Tsitsipas beat Nadal at his best, you probably don't know Nadal's best. I know Nadal's best. If you think Tsitsipas beat Djokovic at his best, you probably don't know Djokovic's God mode. So this is what I'm saying. It seems the new generation of guys, they only beat the big three when the big three is not in their super level. Now, the big three could be playing okay. Now, I'm not saying they necessarily got to play bad, because like I said before, somebody going to jump in the comment section and say, no, Magic Man, I saw Tsitsipas beat Federer, and Federer was playing okay. No, Federer was not at his super level, though, I bet. I bet Federer was not on his game, all right? So you may say, but what this got to do with the new generation of players taking over, not taking over? Oh, it has everything to do with it, people, because like I said before, like Lubacek said, if you believe, if you believe that what I just said, that the new generation of players can only beat Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic when Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic are not in their super level, then you probably believe that Federer and Nadal and Djokovic will never play at their super level again. Now, who believes that? Now, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, they may not play at the super level every major, but at least one of them probably will. Okay, y'all see what I'm saying now? So that's a big reason. And listen, I'm not going to come out and make a video saying the young generation of players are going to dominate until they can show me that they can beat Federer when Federer is in his super level, he's on the game, and Federer is getting all those aces and he's on his game. Y'all know when Federer's on his game, okay? When Tsitsipas can beat Federer and Federer say that's the best I ever played and Tsitsipas still beat me, I would say, wow, they've taken over. If Team or one of those guys can beat Nadal and Djokovic when Djokovic and Nadal are at their super level, I would say, wow, the new generation has taken over. But I haven't seen that, and I don't see that happening in 2020. But like I said before, if the new generation does take over, then that means that they're going to need some help from the big three, meaning they're gonna need the big three to not play in their super level. Okay, people, took me a long time to try to explain this. Hope that y'all enjoyed the video. Please comment. Tennis preacher, prophet, psychic back in the midst. Have a good one, folks.